to all my we, the people in the house. This is the United States private enterprise free state with another public announcement. So, my people, you see that Anna launched the bank today, right? But she got sick, so she couldn't be on the site for the for the launch. So basically, the entertainer on that website, she was still asking for donations for Anna behind this bank launch. So you see that one of the leading people in this freedom movement has launched her bank, and basically she still is asking for donations for the bank. So you need to really ask yourself, she has not mastered the banking. We got private bankers class here at the United States Private Enterprise Free State. And you can give us a call if you want to take that 2-hour class, 407-300-5377. Okay. You see, not everybody is getting, and it took Anna's from, what the person on the podcast was saying, 2 decades to get that bank up for that launching today. And she still is not there. So the bottom line is that people, we got the real deal over here at the United States Private Enterprise Free State when it comes to the banking. Okay. We got the class going on. It's the private bankers class. It's a 2-hour class. It's going to give you everything you need to know on how to, be that private banker and to build your bank. So you need to give us a call if you want to take that class. It's a 2-hour class, and it's well worth it because it's going to show you some things that Anna had probably not done for a successful launching of her bank. Because you should not be asking for any more donations on your launch day for your bank. Anna is still asking for donations, my people, and she had a bank launching today. Her bank is not connected into the mainframe, straight up. So she's an independent private bank, and she basically she's AFDs and yada yada yada, whatever she's pushing on her side. But the bottom line is that you see how BRICS has their own system and they get people to join their system. It's banks that have to join every other bank's system to get connected into a system. She's saying a certain way of moving money. So to join her bank, you would have to move money in the way that their bank is set up to move money back and forth. So, I tried to join her bank, but they don't call you back. Nobody calls you back from her bank. It's crazy. But the bottom line is that we have a private bankers class here at the United States Private Enterprise Free State. It's well worth it. We don't play here. If we're going to launch a bank, believe it, we're going to launch a bank straight up. That bank launch is going to be epic And we won't be having to ask for donations on launch day. Launch day is where, whoop, it's out of here. Okay, straight up. So if you want to learn how to be a private banker, you know, a successful way of being a private banker, you know, knowing the intricacies of private banking, knowing, you know, the mainframe, knowing to operate, knowing how to software it down in all around, you got to get down with this class because, you know, we pushing it all the way. The class is being pushed all the way, okay? Basically, it's you learning how to program the system. That's what it's all about, my people. It's about program of what I know over this life at all, because, you know, sometimes you can't. It took. They said 20 years. Anna von Wright said 10 years in the making. Yo, because there is a switch to the system. There's a switch, my people, to the system. So if you don't understand the mainframe of the switch and how plug in, shit, you be fucking asking for donations on your bank launch day because you ain't do it right. You know, that's just like with PD, you know, that whole court case that he had is all about negotiable instruments. It was about a mortgage too. So this is all about we need programmers like that. We need to program the system, and the software would have to be programmed the right way. So bottom line is, my people, tap in, tap in, tap in. Private Bankers Class 407-300-5377. This is the United States Private Enterprise Free State. Always with the best plug-in that we can give you. So, you know, you see that we got the springtime is here, but this is the rainy season. So in New York, and you got a lot of stuff that's getting ready to happen right now. It's a lot of events taking place. It's this is a new season right now. So basically, this is the harvesting time. This is where if you planted all your seeds over the winter time, you know, a lot of things should be budding, busting through the earth soil, and starting to give way to nourishment. Straight up. My people, you got to wake up to what's really going down. You know what I'm saying? You need 4 pillars. You need 4 pillars to get through the game. If you don't have the 4 pillars, then you don't have any columns. You don't have any legs to stand on. You don't have the foundation to the game. You know, they telling you, some people say, you don't need to do nothing with the BC. Then let them not do something with their BC. But do your own research on your own B-fucking-C, and you will see that there are steps you need to take with that BC, because that BC, it puts you on the land. It shows that you are a natural born to the region, to the land, to the state. You know what I'm saying? So that authenticated and notarized birth certificate is what allows you to make a claim. Because if you put in your BC into any court case, only court cases And judges will look at notarized and authenticated documents. If it's not notarized, authenticated, then they can't use it in a court case. That is why you have to have your BC notarized and authenticated. Now, if you're not going to use the BC for any court cases, then that's up to you not to notarize, authenticate it. But when you come across that you may have to use it, now you're going to have to go and get it notarized and authenticated. When once you have it notarized and authenticated, that one BC is notarized and authenticated for the jurisdiction that you had it authenticated or apostilled in, which means that if you want to use another BC, because you can travel with a BC that is notarized and authenticated for the country that you're going to. So, but that's a BC, each BC for each country that you choose to notarize and authenticate in. And the reason why I harp on the BC is because the BC is your first naturalization on the planet. Without that, you know, your mother could have made up any birth certificate, or you could never be documented into their system. Now, because anything they document into their system, they control until rebutted. So look at your BC as an affidavit of birth that has never been rebutted. And the only way to rebut it is to notarize and authenticate it, that now you're the true owner of it. You've come back from not lost at sea. So now you own it. Anything that you buy and have a receipt for, you own it. That's ownership. I mean, has anybody bought you and can show you a receipt that they bought your body? Okay. Therefore, you're not owned by anybody. If somebody cannot show you the receipt that they paid for you as a baby, and the only way that you do see that receipt, there's a receipt, but it's found on Treasury Direct. There was money put up on every birth certificate in the 50 states. Some people, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 at their birth. Somebody put money up for that. Or it was the pounds that weight in gold. So if you check your Treasury Direct and you put your birth certificate number in, you'll see how much your BC at birth, how much money was put on it. And that's the weight that you were born. So it's dependent on your weight. Some people have a different baby weight, so that means they have a different denomination that was put on their birth certificate at birth. So, to those that have an ear to hear and an eye to see and a mouth to rebut, if you're not using that, then you are acquiescing, meaning you have chose to be silent and let the record stay as the record is of what they put on the record for you, instead of you putting on the record. Now you have to go back in and restate the record because you are now over the age of 18, which means that you are in full capacity and competent to rebut and restate the record and change your status to the status that you choose to have on the record. That's the bottom line. It's not what these gurus are telling you. It's what the foundation is. the foundation is that you were born in a different state from the guru half of the time, and you have a different pound of weight because it's on some birth certificates, but the pound of weight is they're showing it to you on Treasury Direct of the denomination that was, however the weight was, is how they times it in gold. That's what the weight in gold is. People don't understand it, but that's to each his own. If you don't understand it, maybe one day you will. But the bottom line is that you have to know how to rebut what they have on the record for you, because what they have on the record for you is not even the proper record of your status. And status is your nationality and your jurisdiction. Okay? Nationality and your jurisdiction is your status. So, what state were you born in? That would be whatever state it is. If it's California, then you're a Californian. Whatever they call them. If you're a New Yorker, born in New York, then you're a New Yorker. So, if you dig a little deeper, this was really the Indies, and it was all Caribbean. It's like all over here is really the Caribbean. They were all Caribbeans of different Indies, Indies. You could look it up. So my people, you got to wake up to the next level truth right now, because it's a whole bunch of stuff that's really going on. What's up, Byron Gomez? Peace and blessings to all my people that's up in the chat. What you need to know, you said, I need to, what? Change up. Hi to all the people out there that are listening. Well, yeah, you need to change it up. If you need a consultation, 407-300-5377. We on that consultate. The consultations is a 1-hour consultation. So you can call 407-300-5377, and we can consultate. We break it down to the lowest common denominator, and we go to work, because everything is done lawfully. You know what I'm saying? We got that judge class. We got that secured parties class. We got that postmaster class. We got that family crescent class. We got the CPN kits. If y'all need a CPN kit, we got that. We got the CPN class if you need it. If you don't need a CPN class, you can just buy the CPN kit. We got that. What else we got up in the house? We got if you need a driver's license, if you need state ID, you know what I'm saying? We got you. If you seek an asylum, the United States Private Enterprise Free State, we got you. You know what I'm saying? For real. You gotta wake up and wise up, my people.
Spend the night with you. If it wasn't for you, tell me, who would I wanna run into? You got me, I got you. What you wanna do? Too hot, so I gotta make the first move. You all that I wanna do. You. If it wasn't for you, tell me, who would I wanna run into? You make me feel feel like sex and forget all my exes. Spend the night with you. Spend the night with you. Spend
All
the
right,
night.
peace to all my peeps in the house. Yo, that Spend the Night by Sister Flame. Y'all need to go check that out. So my people, you know, I don't know what to tell y'all, but they got clouds out here. They trying to block the sun rays. So half the time when they trying to block the sun rays, it's because it's a certain ray of the sun that they don't want to wake you up. Certain times of days, it's a different sun ray depending on the astrological movement of the planet. So check out your cloudy days and know that these niggas is blocking your uprising. Check it.
What's that ass? It's some old magic voodoo. The whore next door, her head is on a cheap trick. Her game is on. Some of these hoes won't be you. Some of these hoes just ain't true. Some of these hoes want your right. Some of these hoes just ain't right.
First lien holder, so my property tight, nigga. That's what's up. First lien holder. So if y'all know what first lien holder is, then you on the money doing what you gotta do. You laying down the law. Ain't nobody coming to tax your shit because they can't tax it because you the first lien holder on it. And nobody don't get paid until you get paid. Straight up. You know what I'm saying, my people? It's time to wake up. It's time to wise up. It's time to get up. It's time to stand up and do you. Be the one that's going to lead your life into where you need to be. Imagine yourself in the happiest place that you want to be. And that will take you where you want to be, need be, should be. On the 1, 2, check, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. This is the United States private enterprise free state.
God too nice. Hold it up. Oversee, employee, the principal come back to me. Blood in, blood out. Some of you cats know what I spit about. Get 3 keys to unlock me. The gen pad will never go down. See, entry book must fly. God to deny. Chin up, got the heads on guys. Entry book must fly. God to deny. Chin up, got the heads on guys. Entry book must fly. God to
Chin up, got the feds on. Yikes. Entry book was fly. God tonight. Chin up, got the feds on. Yikes. Oh my God, got the feds on. Yikes, my people. That's what's going on. The feds been around for a long time, going in the backwoods, seeing who's doing what, and trying to stop your game, my people. When are y'all going to wake up to the reality that the reality of the reality is that it's not your reality? It's a made up reality in a dome that someone created, told you to watch a screen that is shaped in 4, and that's what you do. So you eventually lock yourself in to this program, which some programs you don't want to even be in. Wouldn't you like to be in your own program where you have programmed your currency on your screen into your jurisdiction, and you are using your currency from your jurisdiction, and no one has the power to tell you no? Oh, that's private banking, my people. The power to control your currency. And that's what it's all about, controlling your currency. Currency is a flow. It's a natural flow of how you flow, when you flow, how you flow, what you say, what you do. It's all what you know. And we are in the age of knowing. You must know. The age of Aquarius is the age of I know. It ain't I think, I could, I would, I did, I should. Nope, it's I know. You are supposed to already know what you know before they tell you. That is why it is imperative for everyone to stand up for your right. And it's not just to party. Yeah, we want to party all day long. We want to party all night long. But if you've been partying too much, that's how you get robbed, my nigga. You get robbed from being at the party too long. The party will have your mind on fry, straight up. Because you don't understand that every time the party is on, real parties, they have this gas that they pump in the air, like in Disney World. It's happy gas. If you ever been in Disney World, that is one of the first highest places of brainwash, because the air is pumped with happy gas. I'm trying to tell you, anybody that's been to Disney World, y'all know what I'm talking about. You could be in Disney World. You could be angry and all fucked up on somebody, and y'all argued and shit. And then they'll take you to Disney World and everything is erased. You don't even remember what the hell you was even mad about from anything. It's like your memory, you walk into Disney World, your memory is erased from any sadness, anything. All of a sudden, you're just happy. You're giggling. You're in Disney World. This is real. Only people that really know what I'm talking about know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm telling you, if you want to get back with somebody, you know, and you want somebody to forgive you, take them to Disney World. They will forgive you as soon as y'all walk in Disney World. It's over. It's done. And especially if you go to where the castle is at, where the Snow White and all of the characters be at that castle, you really gonna forget everything because it's a gas that's pumped throughout the whole Disney World, and it's called happy gas, helium. Okay, what they blow balloons up with is the air that Disney World pumps throughout that place. The only, you know, and it's mixed, it has higher quantities of helium inside Disney World because Disney World is a happy place. The person who created Disney World, I forgot what his name is, but he was a high level wizard, straight up. And any high level wizard, those are the ones that create, you know, the adventure and amusement parks. High level wizards were the ones back in the days with the circus that went from town to town. You know what I'm saying? So now, you want to know what a high level wizard is right now? It's a private banker. A high level wizard is a private banker. Straight the fuck up. And that is why you need to be in this private bankers class. Because the private bankers class is making you a high level wizard. 407-300-5377. You need to get down with this class. It's a 2-hour class, my people. It's a 2-hour class, private bankers class. Yikes. Yeah, I got the feds on. Yikes, my nigga. We got the feds on. Yikes, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Jinn Nation, Wizard Nation, my wise people nation. You must wake up, and you must wake up now. For real. You know what I'm saying? You must wake up, and you must wake up now. Whoop! Check it. I used to be broke, but now I'm rich. Cruise Biscayne, eat Italian dish. Yeah, that's the life I lead. Plenty money. I used to be broke. Yo, I used to be broke. No, I used to be broke. What? Yeah, used to be broke, but now I'm fucking rich, bitch. Yeah. But now I'm fucking rich, bitch. You know, player, tackle, big. I know, hey. You want mad? It's a hey. Yeah. Wait. Leg. Wait. Woo. On my plate. In this leg. Oh, drown in that pit. Yeah. Big. Dead. Son. Come. I used to be broke. Cruz Biscayne, eating Italian dish. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the life that a private banker will lead when you do the shit right. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will be saying, I used to be broke, but now I am rich because I took the private banker's class and got an operating system and hooked it up, bitch. I used to be broke. So my people, you know what I'm saying? It's all about that private banking. But let me get back to the fucking story with Disney World. So Disney World is the place that pumps out the most happiest things. You could go to some other amusement parks, but you don't get that happy feeling like Disney World. I'm trying to tell you, my people. You take somebody that was hating your ass and you take them to Disney World. Them niggas be loving you. They ain't gonna even remember what they even was mad at you for. They gonna be like, wow. You know, they gonna be so fucking happy. Because Disney World pumps out helium. Helium is highly inside of a man's sperm. Helium. That's why, you know, men that sleep with other men, the ones that you could tell that are really, really highly feminine, are the ones that are taking it from behind because they get the most helium from the male's ejaculation. And the ejaculation is filled with helium. Men inside their semen have a lot of helium. And helium is what makes you light. And helium is what makes you fucking really, really happy. So, you know, it's deep. This shit is mad deep. So Disney World, my people, is a place that is a really, really highly helium-aided place. It's full of happiness where it makes you laugh. Disney World. I'm telling you from experience. And I'm telling you because you need to travel to different amusement parks. Was the happiest. Even a Disney World fucking California. They pump any Disney World is pumping people with a high dose of helium. So anybody that's living near a Disney World, either in Florida, California, or wherever else there is a Disney World, you got to really tuned in to how and what the creator gives you to make it happen. Because nobody on this planet is supposed to be without. We come here with a certain amount of gifts. We come here fully, with 6 senses. We come here with all our senses intact. So we come here to uplift the Superman 2 2025 that's up on YouTube. These, they were showing you, and this is some true shit, because I came across some literature and some history that Saturn is where they go to buy planets. Now, in the Superman 2 for 2025, they show you that Brainiac was keeping all the fucking planets on his ship. He hijacked all the cities, New York, yada, yada. And the whole Justice League had to go on the ship, and they had to get all of those planets and the cities all back in place because Brainiac had stolen and sucked up all the planets in some type of machine that he created. So you see, it's a hologram. So, it's a hologram. So basically, within the hologram is how life is created. You can't really understand it. Nobody can understand it. Just like nobody can understand how a human has been created from a template. You know what I'm saying? You think that there's a creator. Yeah, there is a creator. You are the creator. There could be a creation higher than us, but it damn sure ain't no goddamn chemtrail plane that's a creator. So if you are the creator of your reality, then it's your reality. And nobody can tell you anything that's wrong or right with your reality because it's your reality. You created the reality. You created yourself to come here on this planet at a certain time to do a certain mission. You just got to go within yourself, tap in, and find out what it is that you really should be doing at this given point in time. So once you find out what you need to be doing, then you don't look back. You can't look back. There is no looking back when you start your path. There's no looking back. What happened to the lady that looked back? She turned into a pillar of salt. So my people, she froze in fucking time. That's the problem. You can never look back. You can only move forward. And basically the only way to move forward is to heal thyself. Okay? You know, Queen Afua, heal thyself. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Reverend Mother Hashali, yo, the teacher, bang it. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Reverend Phil Valentine, master metaphysician, bang it. You know what I'm saying? It's heads like that. You know what I'm saying? Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Leonard Jeffries, Dr. Smalls, Dr. Ben, Dr. Obanga, all those cats, they all banging. They all showed you the real truth behind this. You got so many other people dropping it. You know what I'm saying? Real cats in the game. You know? So, personally, me, I'm not going to even say that. What I'm going to say is that some nationalities are government made, meaning somebody made that up and put you in that box and said, this is what you are. Or they got some type of history that they give to some one person, and this one person really believes this shit and starts saying it to where now other people are starting to believe that they are a certain nationality. How are you going to be a certain nationality if you don't have that birth certificate? Do you understand? This is real serious. These people come from other countries here to America just to be a United States citizen, just to be a United States national. They come all the way here to America. Okay, so that should tell you something, that birth certificate that we have as an American as an American national, as a state national in our state, we should be happy to have that birth certificate, because you got people traveling miles and miles away to be an American. Okay, and all of the people that are in the armed services, we are proud to be Americans, and we are proud to stand up and fight for our country. And that's what it means. You have to fight to be American. You cannot let these people tell you no other thing. You are a state national. You are an American state national of your state. Whatever your state is, that is what you are. And you cannot let nobody take that from you. Straight up. And that's real talk. You know, you got niggas coming over here posing, dying to be Americans, trying to take everything from this soil that is right here in America. This was the first Egypt. This was the first everything was right here. Philadelphia, Morocco. You know, yeah. But I really think that Moors I think that's a man. I think that's a government-made nationality because you're Moroccan. You're not Moorish. You're not a Moor. You're Moroccan. They say Moor rockin', so they say Moors. That's slang, I guess, for Moroccan. Then whatever. But um, Morocco never went anywhere. Morocco did give, you know, but the thing is that the Sultan died. There's a death clause that you don't understand, that all of these Moorish, whatever they want to call themselves, if the Sultan died and the so-called, they say George Washington killed him, you know, so if you read somewhere, I read somewhere in one of these treaties that when when a treaty is signed by a bilateral treaty between two entities or two people or two nations, and that person dies, the treaty, there's no more treaty. You have to get a new treaty. So that nigga Jay Bay talking about, oh, if you pick C, yeah, I pick C because you would have to start your own state, your own Moroccan state here in what is called America now. So yeah, you got to start your own state and be that territory. You can call it Morocco, but do you have a Moroccan birth certificate? Okay, so they say that you can create your own birth certificate. All right, so if you're a state, yes, you can create your own birth certificate. That is true. But the bottom line is that who's to say if it's right or if it's wrong? But I have done my own research on Morocco, and basically there's a death clause. The death clause is basically that once the Sultan dies, whoever signed the contract with the treaty with Morocco and the United States, when the Sultan died, Muhammad, okay, that's when the treaty was broken. They saying it's never been an unbroken treaty, but I don't know how true that is, because I've read some place dealing with the death clause that when somebody dies that has signed the treaty no longer stands. So I don't know. And who am I to say anything about it? Because one, I'm not Moroccan, I'm not Muslim, I'm an American. I have an American birth certificate, and my roots are here in this place where I was born and now control. So you have to control where you were born. As a baby, we didn't control anything. We were unconscious of anything. We didn't really know nothing. We acquiesced to everything because babies are considered to be incompetent, but babies are not really incompetent, because you have some babies that are master fucking magicians, straight up. So, my people, the day that you wake up and see what I'm talking about is the day I disappear, and you will not be able to catch me or find me.
I used to be broke. 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 About to uprise to this. So much dough, my flow is like wine. Billionaire thoughts, what are thinking out loud with $1 and a drink. Big like Biggie when he was on the scene. My heart with money, yeah, no fanfare. Don't really have to school.
something like a billionaire. Fox, I'm rich, billionaire risk. Meter, this. So my flow is like, whoa, billionaire thoughts. Whoa, yo, my people. Billionaire thoughts is being a private banker. Billionaire thoughts is being an individual banker. Billionaire thoughts is being a state banker. Billionaire thoughts is being an international banker. Billionaire thoughts is billionaire thoughts. Billionaire thoughts. You need it. You got to get all the money you can because that's how it's moving. You know what I'm saying? It's moving like that, my nigga. It's moving like that. Where my niggas at? Where my people at? You know what I'm saying? Where the headbangers at? Yo, where my trophies at? You know, y'all need to go check out PegasusProducts.com. That's where you can go get your hydrogen, your carbon, your helium, you know, all the you can get your gold, your silver, liquid in liquid form. You know what I'm saying? You can make anything with the elements, you know, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and the other fourth element. Those four elements create everything that you see right here in the world today. Four elements: earth, air, fire, water. You know what I'm saying? Oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, and the other one. Those four elements create all life. So if you really want to get down with it, go to PegasusProducts.com. You know what I'm saying? And you could go and they got a lot of shit going on over there. That's where you can get all your liquid minerals. And it's straight out of the mines. They get all their stuff straight out the mines. Yada. So my people, as we move on through this dimension and as we move on through this space, and as we wake up to the light and the live and the life and live and the life and the live, you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to understand something. You know, they say that there is no money, but that's a damn lie because money is all around you. The soil is money. The vehicle you drive is money. You know, you have to have money to pay for anything in this world because currency is an exchange. You exchange, you know, substance for substance. That's what you're exchanging, straight up. So when you're exchanging substance for substance, my people, then you know it's all about that. You see what I'm saying? Niggas don't know how to drive. There's too many fucking accidents. That's why niggas need to slow the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? The Belt Parkway is like the fucking racetrack out here. This shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But since Trump came in, Parkway been getting much better because they used to race on this shit 24/7. Niggas would be, they race down the shit, cut you off, yada, yada, yada. You want to learn how to drive? Defensive driving? Get on, see what I'm saying? Get on the Belt Parkway, you fucking asshole. He just trying to cut me the fuck off because it's a stupid motherfucker. And that's the people that don't give a shit of the other fucking driver. And niggas got problems, straight up mental problems. You know, if you got full coverage, you could fucking end up with no fucking limbs. These niggas, they think that shit is cute. But your ass will slow down when you lose a limb driving. You're going to be like, damn, I wish I would have fucking slowed down. I wish I would have listened to my first fucking mind. That's the type of dumb shit that niggas don't even listen to is their first mind. Because your first mind is always fucking right. Your first mind is always right. So, you need to hit Disney World up, you know, get a whiff of that fucking helium in the air out there in Disney World. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, that's why niggas go to Florida, because of Disney World. The air, Disney World pumps out, and it has a dome over Disney World. You know what I'm saying? You know, they say that Disney World is the pedophilia capital. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know that Disney World is a really fun fucking place. Okay? If you want to go back to your little kid state, go to Disney World, recapture your childhood, tap into your little kid. You know what I'm saying? Because the little kid is the one inside you, that little child, the one that creates this process. If you've seen how PJ looked, Peter Polinsky looked after the court case, you'd be like, oh my God, he looked like an old fucking man. Straight up. I mean, that's what the fucking process do to you. I'm like, some days you don't even want to fuck with this process. You just be like, oh man, because it's very stressful. And they say the process is not for everybody, but the process is what everybody has to do. Now, yeah, you could hire yourself a trustee to be the executive over your account and do all your accounting for you. But you better believe that trustee is definitely going to be stealing, okay? Believe that, because they own all your property and you don't own nothing. That's some bullshit, okay? You want to own it, and the owner controls it. That's the bottom line. You have to control it. You have to own it. You know what I'm saying? You are the trustee, the trustor, the beneficiary. Straight up. And you have to be that. If you're not that, I don't know what to tell you. You know, unless you're going to get, you know, put it in, the king always put it in the name of the child. So, you know, that gives you a hint, because children have to listen to their fucking parents. So, and it's all in the family. But then again, a child could kill you for the empire. And that's what they was doing back in England. Well, here in England, they have been, you know, killing each other off for empire. Why do you have to kill yourself off for one empire when, I understand you're a beneficiary in it, but you can create your own empire and start your own? Yeah, it's going to be a little bit rough in the beginning, depending on you, but it's your own empire and you are the one who has created it. You're the grantor, you're the trustee, you're the beneficiary. So, monopoly. You want a monopoly? You want to play the game of Monopoly? Who is the fucking head of the game of Monopoly? It's the banker. My people, it's the banker. The banker is ahead of the Monopoly game. So you want to be the banker. Be the beneficiary. Then sometimes you may want to be the trustee. And then sometimes you may just want to be nothing. You may want to disappear after you get that withdrawal out of the account. And I would say, head to a place where they have a Disney World because you want to get some fucking helium in your senses to lighten your spirit. And that's what helium does. It lightens your spirit. Like what you can do, pop a balloon and breathe the helium that comes out of the balloon, but not too long, because straight helium could kill you. But helium that is mixed into the atmosphere like Disney World does it, that's the best helium that you could get. So on your next vacation, make sure that you are near a Disney World. Straight up. I'm telling you, go to Disney World. See what I'm saying? Only those that really know, they know what I'm talking about. A lot of people, they move out of, these places like New York because the air quality is not the same as Florida air quality. You know what I'm saying? You see, this nigga just try to cut me the fuck off because they stupid. That is so beyond me. I don't understand how niggas can get in their car and think that the highway is a fucking racetrack. If it was a racetrack, it would say racetrack. This says highway. It doesn't say racetrack. You see what I'm saying? All of these niggas, Audis, it always be these fast cars on the Belt Parkway that will fucking just cut you the fuck off. Racing to go no fucking where. Just buy a car and they bang that shit up. The day they buy it, it's banged up. That shit is crazy. Straight up. Straight up. Mm-mm-mm. Billionaire thoughts. Billionaire thoughts, y'all. Trip everywhere. Stoneware, starware, on my own. Bank share. Way out there. I declare. Billionaire thoughts, my thoughts. That's what you want to have all day long. If you keep your mind on a billionaire thought, it will manifest. The longer you hold the thought, sometimes the quicker it can manifest. It's all how you know how to hold thoughts, move thoughts, create thoughts, and let thoughts create through you, through the physical, and manifest. That's the bottom line. Billion long ass drive. Straight up. Oh my God. So billionaire thoughts, that's what's up. Go check out some of Sister Flame's tracks, SISTA Flame, FLAME, tracks all up and down the internet, YouTube, everywhere. So we got it popping like that. I don't even need to make anything new right now because I'm always so far ahead of myself. I write at least 10 years into the future. And, that's what it is. So it's about you creating what you want to do. It's not about these fools out here and these gurus that really don't know half of the shit they're talking about. They're just selling you a package to be selling you a package. They don't even care. They don't even care if you get anywhere with the fucking package that they done sold you because they on to the next one. That's how this game is, my niggas. The game is ruthless, and for you to play it, you're going to have to be as ruthless as the next nigga because outlaws are outlaws are outlaws. Outlaws have an outlaw mind. They are not lawful. They have never been lawful and don't even think that they will ever become lawful because there's not a lawful bone in an outlaw's body. They are just straight up outlaws. And you learn that by watching old fucking westerns because all the westerns took place right here in America, okay? From California all the way to New York, all the way up top, and all the way down in New Mexico. So, outlaws have been around for a long time. I have never seen a lawful outlaw. They will hijack you anywhere they can hijack you. That's why a policy enforcer can be considered an outlaw because they're stopping you on the road. They have no right to do it. Where is the affidavit along with the warrant for them to stop you? But they still stop you and you allow it. You acquiesce. Some people, will hold court on the side of the road. You can do that if you choose to do that. But outlaws will be outlaws. And you still will get the ticket. That's the crazy shit. Okay? My people, you need to wake up into this next level of reality. They telling y'all that this is the year 2025 and that this is the 21st century. But wouldn't the 21st century say 2021, 25? Oh my God. That is the 21st century, 21, 25, not 2025. They have you a whole century behind. Okay. If they showed you Star Trek in Hollywood, okay, my people, come on now. Y'all got to wake up for real. That shit is crazy. Y'all really, really got to wake up. Star Trek. And it was basically taped out of Hollywood. Hollywood has a major portal, my people. That is a major portal. That's why Hollywood is there. Because it has other dimensions that a lot of the actors, really, some of them come out from other dimensions, for real. Hollywood, is magical. And they have Disney World in California too. California is sitting on a lot of gold in the soil. You know what I'm saying? But they won't sell you that land. And if you are sitting on a bunch of land that may have gold, and I'm pretty sure the deep with here, no. Because the digger you deep here, you're gonna hit water. Straight up. But out there in California, you're gonna hit mines, and it goes under and under layers of granite that it goes through, layers of rock, different types of rock that, geologists, that's why they hire geologists when they're appraising a land, because they need to know where's the gold, where's the silver, where's the platinum located within the earth, so they know how deep they're digging. You see what I'm saying? They dig deep because they have got to, get those precious metals out of the earth, because they need that to create and build weapons, tools, houses, property, whatever. That's how it's moving and that's how it works. So If you really want to get rich, you're going to have to get land that has certain types of precious metals, minerals under it. And you have to own the mineral rights to that land, because sometimes you could be on a piece of land and you don't own the mineral rights to the land. So you may have property that you own right now, mortgage, everything. That's why, a lot of the land out west, they're selling it. You can get it for dirt cheap, pay on it monthly. It even helps your credit score to go up by buying some of that land out there. And then when it's paid off, you can move on to it. But remember, most of the land out there, you may have to go in, take down the trees or whatever. You don't know what kind of excavations you're going to have to do. But the bottom line is that property rights, mineral rights, air rights, body rights, shit, mortgage rights, the right to even breathe. You know what I'm saying? Because they showed you that with Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie, that niggas was buying air. They had to buy air to even breathe the fucking air. Now, when it comes down to that, that's some bullshit. That's when niggas know you better stop acquiescing. When these motherfuckers talk about you got to pay for air that you breathe, for you to step outside your house, you got to pay to come outside your house, which is true. Every time you step outside your house, you're paying for something, because when you step outside your house, you have entered the world of commerce. And in the world, see, another accident, real bad one. God damn. Trying to tell you, this fucking Belt Parkway is a wild fucking west. Them niggas drive like idiots. I done passed by 4 accidents on this Belt Parkway since I've been driving. Right now, talking on this live, I done seen 4 fucked up car accidents. That shit is crazy, because niggas be flying down this shit and don't care. And then you got them niggas that be racing down this shit, and they be just setting up. I think they be paying people to create accidents. I'm trying to tell you. So, my people, and here's another accident, another one. God damn, it's like crazy. This is fucking ritual they doing. You see what I'm saying? It's some bullshit. Oh my God. And they still just running. I mean, this traffic is slow. You got these niggas still racing by you. Wow. You got to know that the people that are teaching motherfuckers to drive and these commercial DMVs are incompetent, straight up. Because they're teaching them how to kill motherfuckers behind the wheel instead of how to defensive drive and save a fucking life. Now I'm passing another car accident. Now this is the 5th car accident on this one Belt Parkway in less than a fucking hour. So that shit is crazy. You see a shit like this that niggas don't even look at. You see what I'm saying? How they distract motherfuckers. How niggas, they're stupid. Oh my God. That is just some stupid shit. This nigga don't even want to let my ass the fuck over. Because he got to be the man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas let their ego drive them. That's why they get into car accidents instead of driving with your fucking common sense. That shit is crazy. This accident is really bad. God damn. These niggas are crazy. And then there's another one up the road. God damn. Wow, somebody must have did a ritual on the highway for all of these car accidents. That's crazy. So anyway, my people, I'm always dropping it. I'm way over half of the people's heads that listen. Some people can't even listen to half the shit I say because I'm way over their fucking head. They're not even there. That's the problem. You got too many people that are really just tapped in, fully tapped the fuck in. As soon as I get fully tapped in, I'll be plugged the fuck in. Like Neo in the fucking Matrix. Plugged up, nigga. Plugged up. Fucking Straight up. Let's see. Okay, this nigga pull over, stop and shit. This some bullshit. Straight up. Tell me that this is not some bullshit right here. These niggas don't know how to fucking drive. Oh, they need to come to the DMV over this way. We can teach y'all niggas how to drive. Give y'all a goddamn proper fucking license and wake the fuck up and stop having accidents, killing motherfuckers. So wake up, my people. It's a new fucking day. It's a new fucking day in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's a new day. It's a new fucking year. This is starting the new year. Whatever year we really are in, who the fuck really knows? Because everybody that's on this planet, we are all lost in space. When they made that movie Lost in fucking Space, they was not fucking lying. Everybody is lost in space because you really don't know what year it really is. You don't know what time it is. You know that you were born on a certain year, but that year that you was born is not even real. None of this shit is real. The only thing that's real, if you really look at it, listen, people that did not have clocks, they were used the sun and the moon and the stars as their clock. They did not they were not governed by minutes and hands on a clock on a wall, locked into a box. They were governed by the sun and the moon and the stars, which sit outside. That is outside of the box. That is gases in the sky. Some say that all of it is a hologram and an illusion. The sun, that is a real sun. And no, man cannot create the sun, straight up. They can create an offspring, but they cannot create what we see up in that sky. That is a real sun, hydrogen, helium, and whatever else the sun is made up of. But it's all gas and it's a plasma. Just like the moon is a gas and it's plasma. It's not what they're telling you. They saying it's a space station. You could believe whatever you choose to believe. But the bottom line is that the sun in the sky, you see, is another fucking car accident. This is the 6th car accident on this One Belt Parkway in less than 1 hour. I done seen 6 car accidents. Bad. That's terrible. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's fucked up. They need to learn how to fucking drive. So my people, the sky has all the elements in it, from top to bottom. We are in the center of it all. We are on the flat plains of the earth, which has curves and hills, but it's still the plane. That's can drive cars and everything, because this is a flat plane that can be manipulated. Now, if we were up, we would be flying in planes, because that's on a different angle and it's on a different ley line. Even though the ground and highways are on a ley line, the airplanes fly on another frequency of light of the ley line. So the same ley lines that are in the earth are the same ley lines that are in our body. So you can actually tap in to your own soul when you choose to truly tap in to your own soul. And that's real talk. You have to tap into your soul because your soul is omnipresent at all time. It's always there. The frequency that you're hearing in your ears is the frequency of you. When you slow down and get real quiet, sometimes the frequency will you'll hear it in your ears from left what your ears. Sometimes you can hear it in one, sometimes you can hear it in two, and sometimes it's a very high frequency. That's the frequency of you being tuned to the higher frequency of the universe. That's the upgrade. You know, everybody gets an upgrade. Some people can't, their bodies can't handle the upgrade, so they may catch a cold, they may get sick, they may catch a heart attack, things like that. But if they can make it through the upgrade, then they'll still be here on the planet. And that means that their software and their operating system that's in their brain. See this nigga behind me? These motherfuckers are crazy. Oh my God. They ain't going no fucking where, and they just be racing nowhere. They just think this shit is like a racetrack and nobody else is around, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, it's a frequency. So the frequency that you're vibrating to with that upgrade is the new level of thought that's on the planet. So all of these new creations that you're seeing right now is from the upgrade. Okay? It's an upgrade of mental thought. It's an upgrade within your cellular structure of your body. Your cells and the junk DNA have been activated. Okay? And in some cases, reactivated. So all the shots that we have been taking was to stop the upgrade. But they can try to stop it. They can't stop anything with what they're doing to the physical body, whatever they're shooting it up with. I don't care how many drugs they pumping you. You still are going to get the upgrade because they can't stop it. They can only slow it down, and they can only distract you from your greatness. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody came here to do something great for the planet. So let's do it. Let's free the planet. Let's free ourselves. Let's link up as one hive mind and do what we came to do. Instead of fighting over nationality, who cares what nationality you are? Are you following the 10 commandments? Are you, uplifting the next person next to you? Are you telling somebody, no matter what, the truth all the time? Even though the truth may hurt, the truth heals. Because if you heard that truth, that was the healing that you needed to get to next level within the game. Straight up. And sometimes people don't want to face that. So, they punk out. They go and do certain things that, may hurt somebody else, or they may self-sabotage themselves because everybody does it. Nobody can say they have never self-sabotaged themselves within their thoughts, because, psychologists notice, psychotherapists notice, they know them themselves had to see a psychotherapist before they can even psychoanalyze somebody else. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? And what about all the women that think they got to get silicone titties? And what about the men that are getting, changing themselves into women? I mean, who's to say if it's right or wrong? I guess it's how they feel. But, you chose to come here as a man, and now all of a sudden, because something that happened in your childhood, that has now triggered you to be wanting to be a woman, and then women wanting to be men? Or is it something that we're eating that's just fucking with your mentality? So, my people, it's real. It's real. I'm telling you. The emotions that are going on right now on the planet, it's real. You know, if you can stargaze, do your looking straight into the sun, that's gonna cure a lot of your eye diseases. Straight up, that's why they be blocking the sun, because they know this sun is a healing sun that's up in the sky. It's high neon. It's so fucking neon, it's ridiculous. It will wake anybody the fuck up. Okay, this is gonna be a hot ass summer, rainy hot ass summer. You know what I'm saying? So prepare yourself. You need to stare into the sun as much as you can. If you can't take it at high noon, then wait till it goes down. Wait till it rises. But you need that sun, because that rising sun, that setting sun, is what the fuck is gonna make you see better. You got cataracts, the sun can kill that shit. Straight up. My people, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? You need to do a shut-in. This motherfucker just came all close to me. Oh my God. I be defensive driving like a mofo. Because these niggas are wild. This shit is straight up like you driving out west. So, if you know what I know, my people, then you already on your next level. Straight up. You are on the next level of game. You know, the treasury is always going to be there, because that's part of the mainframe. Straight up. The treasury is part of the mainframe. The IRS is part of the mainframe. Okay? Those two pieces are never going to go anywhere. Never. Do you have your king and your queen on the board? Because that's the only way you're going to be able to play, is with the king and the queen. Okay? Straight up. You need a king and you need a queen. If you don't have a king or a queen, then how the fuck are you going to play the game? Straight up. You need a bishop. You need a horse. You need a castle. You need a rook. Okay? And you need your pawns, which are your soldiers. You know what I'm saying? If you can send them across the board with a message, good. But this is a game for winners, my nigga. If you are not a winner, then that means you are a loser. And we are winners in this game, because there is no other way but to win. Winning is how you succeed. And the opposing team does not want you to win. So at this point, it's about protection. And if you have been fully protected, then you're a winner. Because what do they say in the Bible? Let no stone be cast against you. And that is because you are protected. You have the full protection of your paperwork, my nigga. So peace. Stay up, stay one, and I'm out.